Hey everybody, this is Friday Night Chats with Kevin
and Kelly, and we're coming to you live on Facebook, YouTube right now
because we can't record anything and make it work.
We need new equipment. Yeah. We need more knowledge.
Yeah, we're going to work some stuff out.
We need a lot of things.
A lot of things. What we really need is you guys to comment and tell us what you want. We want, we're thinking about this. We really enjoy doing this. We really do. It's like one of our favorite things to do all week. We look forward to it. But we also want you folks to be happy too. So let us know what you like and don't like, or what you want to hear. If there's stories you want to hear, if you want us to do, if you have suggestions for top fives, things you want us to talk about, subjects, let us know. And we're here to make this fun for you too, as well as fun for us.
That's the point.
That is the point.
That's the point. So anyway, this is the fourth attempt at making this week's episode, which is why we called this Take 4.
Take 4.
We have recorded like 3 times before this. And so we've gone over and over and over, like the conversations that we were going to bring into this. So we're just going to do this live, and I'm going to give us a week to look into some new equipment and how to make these edited videos a little bit better.
Yeah, make this a better experience for you guys and for us, so it's less stressful. Maybe I can save some little bit of hair left.
There's not much. There's not much there, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Anyway, our big event of the week happened to be Kevin having a tooth abscess that really threw a wrench into the week.
Yeah, I totally messed up the week. Made me sick. Didn't feel well. Called in to work.
Had to have a tooth pulled.
Yeah, and that's
all that fun stuff. That's just no fun. But he handled it like a trooper. Yeah, he's a trooper. He handles those things way better than I do, to be honest.
Well, I don't panic. I've talked about this. I don't panic, and this is one of those things where it's like, this is something that's happening, so don't need to panic about it.
Yeah. So we had that in the middle of the week, and then we had an electrician come out because we had some dead outlets suddenly in our garage and in the kitchen. But we got that worked out. It was a stressful week at work for me. And so Friday night in our original recording, I was about 2 glasses of wine in. So it's probably a good thing you're not going to see that.
It's pretty good stuff, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good it was. The wine was really good.
And the top 5 originally was top 5 places to eat out. And then the second recording that we attempted was just breakfast, because we also did a couple of Facebook Lives where we talked about our top 5.
Pretty soon we'll be able to do a top 5 recordings of this episode of the podcast.
Yeah. So we're going to go over our top 5. We'll probably combine the 2. It's really not even, we're just throwing this out.
Yeah, we're just talking.
Just to get an episode out.
Breakfast foods.
Breakfast foods.
Yeah. Kevin's number 1 breakfast meal, we don't make at home, so he gets this when we go out, is country fried steak.
Yeah. And it's something I really can't make at home. I'd love to be able to attempt it, but even attempting it is just going to be a big old mess. And there's no way I can make it as good as that I can get from either Pops, which does the best Pops restaurant diner in Chesapeake or in Virginia Beach. They've got the best country fried steak that you can get. And trust me, I am a snob about country fried steak. Go get it.
Definitely a snob about it.
And, it's just good stuff. It's good, hearty.
It is good. I don't eat it very often. Like maybe once every few years, I'll actually order it, but I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a lot.
And
I'm not a steak for breakfast kind of person generally.
Yeah.
My favorite, Kevin makes really good scrambled eggs. He has, perfected the technique of scrambled eggs, and he says the trick is to beat them like they owe you money.
Yeah. Beat the hell out of them.
But he really makes good scrambled eggs, so he makes that for me a lot in the mornings for breakfast with some Swaggerty sausage and an English muffin. So that's probably my most normal breakfast.
Yeah.
Like on a daily.
And it's not hard to make. Maybe I'll do that one day. I'll do a video on how I make scrambled eggs.
That's what everybody's waiting to see.
Yeah, well, I don't mind doing it. I'll do it. I'll do it.
My favorite breakfast of all time, though, I think would have to be from one of the places that was on my top 5 list of breakfast restaurants. It's called Sunnyside, and it's on 5th Street and Atlantic Avenue in Virginia Beach. If you're ever here, they do great breakfast. Never been there for lunch. They close at 2:00, so they're mainly a breakfast place. And they do all kinds of pancakes. Their pancake menu is huge.
Yeah.
But my favorite pancakes from there is the chocolate chip peanut butter chip pancakes. I love chocolate and peanut butter together, and they put the chips on the pancakes with the whipped cream, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
It's like
they got a lot of good stuff there. It's
probably my favorite,
really
and I
can't
never
go
can eat
in the
them.
summer.
And every time I order, I'm like, God, I shouldn't have had this because I always get less than halfway through because they're huge portions. And we haven't been there, like you said.
Well, you don't really want to go in the summertime, and then with the pandemic, it's just not one of those places you want to go and take out to eat because
if you're here vacationing, you want to go there.
Yeah, if you're here vacation and you go, there's Sunrise on the oceanfront and Margin Rays and out towards Sandbridge.
Yeah, Margin Rays is closer to Sandbridge, which is the less touristy part of Virginia Beach. More vacation homes, less tourist attractions.
Yeah.
But there's a really good seafood restaurant on Sandbridge Road called Margin Rays.
Yeah.
Best seafood, in my opinion, best seafood restaurant in the city. But they make a really awesome breakfast.
Yeah.
And it was on our top 5, both of our top 5s.
Yeah.
And when I go there, I get, generally I'll get fried eggs from there. I don't normally get fried eggs, but they do it good with hash browns and usually corned beef.
Yeah.
That's my go-to when I go there. I have had their breakfast sandwich on bagel too, and that's really good.
Yeah.
Kevin does the Benedicts.
Yeah, they have really good Benedicts. They have one that's sausage instead of the traditional Canadian bacon. And they also do a really good crab cake Benedict, which is great because their crab cakes are great. And they do the eggs perfectly, and they make their own hollandaise, and that's just perfect. I can't make that hollandaise. I've attempted to make hollandaise. It's a miracle that anyone is able to cook it.
When really they can do it in a way, in a packet that's,
decent.
Just do it. If you're not a cook or a chef, it's just easier.
Yeah, because if you try to do it on your own, it's just crazy.
Now, I will always go for a good everything or poppy seed bagel with cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin likes the egg scramble. He makes his own. Usually, he'll make me the scrambled eggs with the sausage and the English muffin. And then he takes the sausage and breaks it apart and makes his own scramble. Yeah. And then he ruins it all by putting paste picante sauce in it.
But I like that. It kicks up the flavor a bit. And,
do you put cheese in it?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be the other thing.
Usually the Mexican Fiesta cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
That is just way too much going on in eggs for me.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Salt and pepper.
Or even talking about egg scrambles, I didn't even mention this in the other 3 attempts to make this.
It's like we forget what we've said on our...
Yeah. But Wawa does a breakfast bowl. And they do, you can customize it however you want, but it's really good. And it's like $5. You get a good sized portion of eggs and sausage, and you can do cheese sauce they have. And then you can add in onions and whatnot. It's really good. I like it. And it's not terribly expensive and no carbs. So
that's always good.
Yeah.
I went the whole other way on the carbs with the pancakes and the bagels.
And the bagels, yeah.
That's my problem.
Super
when you're eating when you're trying to eat low carb, what we have found, for me anyway, the hardest meal to cut carbs on is breakfast.
Yeah.
I can cut carbs at lunch, I can cut carbs at dinner, but breakfast is really hard for me to cut carbs. Yeah,
because you always want that little piece of toast. You always want that English muffin or biscuit or whatever. So yeah, breakfast is different, and that's where the egg scrambles really started to become a real thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the egg scrambles with potatoes in them. Some people will throw potatoes in them, but I'm not a huge potato person anyway. But,
no,
just eggs.
He's not a cheese, potato.
Sausage. So
yeah.
Yeah.
My mom makes French toast. that as a kid growing up, it just always became my favorite French toast.
Yeah.
She's got some kind of secret ingredients because I try to make it. It's just never the same.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she does, but it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my other one, my French toast with bacon or sausage.
Yeah.
Again, carb load.
Yeah.
Nothing on my list. Well, the scrambled eggs with the, sausage isn't horrible until I add the English muffin in, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not
And
too
even
bad.
then, a single English muffin is only going to be about 20 carbs.
We ordered Magic Spoon, which is like a breakfast cereal that has very low carb, very high protein. It's supposed to be super delicious. And it wasn't.
It's not super delicious. It's not bad.
Horrible.
It's not horrible, but
I felt like I was eating cardboard
delicious.
with cinnamon on it.
Yeah.
It just wasn't what I was hoping it would be.
Of course, the advertisers are like, "Oh, it's the best cereal ever." But no, it's okay. It's not horrible.
We have like 5 boxes of it now, one in every.
Yeah.
Have you tried the chocolate or the fruity one yet?
Yeah.
Okay. They had a chocolate and a fruity and a cinnamon and a peanut butter. What was the last one?
I can't remember.
I don't know either. But anyway, we got 5 boxes of the cereal, and it wasn't cheap.
No, it's not cheap.
But
not
like,
for the amount of cereal.
I thought, wow, if I could only get a few carbs and this bowl of cereal, that would be great.
Yeah. We got to get you on board with the egg scrambles, all that is.
I don't like all the stuff you put in it. Like tomato, I can't eat, and egg and onion, I shouldn't eat. And
yeah, but it's not like I'm cooking it with the paste comes on.
I
at
have
the end.
the same thing that you eat, but without the Fiesta cheese.
Yeah.
I just have an English muffin.
Yeah. Well, all right.
So, I mean, it's not like eating a big plate of pancakes every day. So.
Yeah, that's true too.
And the bagels, I mean, that's occasional. The bagel I had last Sunday, that was the best bagel I ever had.
Yeah.
It was so good. Brooklyn bagels, everything bagel. It was still warm when we got home. Bagel with cream cheese. Oh, so good. So good. So anyway, did we get all our meals in there? Probably I don't know. Corned beef hash. We're both a big fan of corned beef hash.
Yeah. One of the restaurants is now closed because they were citrus open right outside their door, and they had to shut down because you can't compete with that. But they did corned beef hash roll. It was a Bluebird Cafe. It was up off of
Bluebird.
Bluebird.
Yeah, I thought you said blueberry.
No, Bluebird Cafe. They were off of
Great Neck
and the Boulevard.
Yeah,
and they had hash that they would make into like a little bowl, and then drop in the eggs however you want. So I always do like over easy fried eggs because you cut open, get the yolk in there. Oh my God, it was so good. But they did hash real well. And they did their grits real well because the grits, they would actually use salt, which a lot of restaurants won't do that. If you want grits to be good, you got to cook them with salt. Even if you throw salt in after the fact, it's just not as good as if you cook it with salt.
I don't know. I don't like grits.
Oh, God.
It's not my thing.
Yeah. I don't get it all that often. But
Kevin and I don't really have a lot of the same likes in food. He's much more adventurous with food than I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like we're kind of rushing through that because we feel like we've talked about it so many times.
For hours and hours and hours.
But we're going to streamline these podcasts. We really want to try to get them in under 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's our goal. We haven't hit that many times because we get to talking. We like to talk. But so there's all of that. And then we did have a conversation already twice today and once yesterday about vaccine rewards and where we stand on that.
Yeah.
Some states, there's a state doing a lottery. They're giving 10 people who've been vaccinated $1.5 million each for the grand total of $15 million taxpayer money.
And I have a problem with that. I really do.
I don't
mind. Right. And you don't like people getting rewarded for doing something they should do. You
should do it or not.
I mean, it's your choice if you want to get vaccinated or not. If you do, great. If you don't, that's on you. But I see a difference in when the government says we're going to do a lottery and reward, first of all, they have to take $15 million from people to give 10 people $1.5 million. That's wrong. It's just, there's no way around it. It's wrong.
Right. And I guess you're right. I don't have such a problem with like a private business giving out rewards for it.
Yeah, because they bear the cost of that.
And you say you don't want to be rewarded for something you should do. It isn't even that. It's just, I think what it is for me is the notion that there are people out there who are like, well, I really wasn't going to get the vaccine because for whatever reason, I don't believe in vaccinations, or I'm not comfortable with this particular vaccine, or I don't think I would be that affected by COVID, but like whatever the reason is, that would now go, well, maybe I will get that vaccine because I have a chance to win $1.5 million.
Or get that donut.
Are there people out there like that? Or get that free, tickets to a baseball game or a free Krispy Kreme donut? Is that what the government thinks people are, that, I don't know, like easily manipulated, that they can wave a Krispy Kreme donut in front of you and you're going to go get vaccinated? To me, it just seems like you're just really don't have a very high opinion of people. People are going to get the vaccine or not.
First of all, the government
for
doesn't have
various reasons.
The government, by default, does not have a high opinion of its citizens. They just don't.
Okay.
But two, they do market research on this type of thing. There are people out there that literally probably are people out there that were either on the fence or were like, yeah, I might as well do it. Maybe get, who knows, I might win this or not. Because there's people out there now spending their own money on lottery tickets, great. They'll drop $100 on the lottery and never win a damn thing over it.
I guess I'm just feeling like if people make a decision not to get the vaccine, they have a reason why they're not getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
And is that reason so easily dismissed over the chance to win?
Oh, for the most part, no.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, by and large, if you've put thought into it and you've decided not to get the vaccine, then you've thought about it and thought either because the companies brought it out too quick.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
My least favorite reason is, it's not FDA approved, whatever. Or it's, for whatever reason, you've put thought in it, you decided not to do it. And you get, there's those people are not going to be swayed by, maybe I'll win $1.5 million.
That's what I was just asking, and you said yes.
But, the government believes that there's people that will just change their mind for it. They'll believe that. Whether it's true or not doesn't make it true.
That's what my point was. I feel like it's really putting a low value on people's ability to make their own decision, I guess.
They do have a low value in people making their own decision.
So that's really where I feel like, and,
yeah.
Can I get in on the drawing for $1.5 million? That's really all I want to know. Yeah. But maybe that's what that phone call was the other day.
Yeah. So we get a phone call and it goes to voicemail because it was an unknown number. And the guy got on and was like, yes, you have been selected. And I'm not even exaggerating the voice. You have been selected as the winner of $2.5 million.
Yes. We have a gift coming to you.
We have a gift coming to you. Just press 1 if you want to receive your $2.5 million gift. It was like, oh, well, Jesus, it's a damn shame we missed that call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Do people really believe that?
Yeah. Well, from somebody who, part of my job is security, internet security, and people that get scammed all the time. I've talked to people, and sadly older folks that aren't real big on technology, where they say, oh, yeah, I did click on that. Or I did reply to that email.
Technology, I can understand. Some of those emails are legit looking.
Right.
That I can understand. But someone who calls you and leaves you a message saying that you've been gifted $2.5 million, like, who believes that?
It happens, though, because there are people that were told these are scams. that told people they were with the IRS and you owe us all kinds of money. And if you want to pay it, you need to go to Target and pick up a bunch of Target gift cards. Now, the reason they do that is because it's impossible to track those.
And I heard the Target will take the gift cards and give you the cash value.
Absolutely. They do. They don't care. Okay, well,
I don't know why they would do that. They're just giving money back.
That's why people respect Target over, I don't know. People think you shop at Target, you're better than the people that shop at Walmart. But,
I don't think that.
I don't think that either. But there are folks out there that believe it. Oh, I shop at Target. I'm not a Walmart person.
Look,
Whatever.
I saw a ridiculously long line of people on Thanksgiving waiting to get into the Target. And I'm sure they were all at the Walmart too.
Mm-hmm. So that's just the stigma that people have. But in any event, Target does just do straight cash for their gift cards if you go with there. So the scammers realized that that's a great way to transport money without getting caught. So they convinced people they were with the IRS, and they would go and have these people bring these gift cards to a spot and then either surrender them to somebody, or they would tell them to drop them in the mail and give them a fictitious address. And people did it, thinking the IRS wouldn't just take a check. Or whatever.
They'll take a check.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I yelled at them. We overpaid them. We were paying more than we owed them a bunch of money, and we ended up overpaying by 30 cents. And I said, all right, well, just go ahead and send me a check for 35 cents.
Speaking of which, this isn't an IRS thing, but we just traded our car in recently, and I got a check from the company who had our other car loan for 4 cents. Apparently, when the dealership paid the car off, they overpaid it by 4 cents, and they sent us a check.
Oh, wow.
Do I take the time to cash a 4-cent check?
That's just a click on your phone.
I know, it is 4 cents.
Do you know that's going to drive some accountant crazy, though?
Well, you know what? They sent me a check for 4 cents.
It's going to drive an accountant crazy. They're going to be like, why can't we get this?
So you're saying I should cash it?
Yeah.
I really want to go to the bank and ask for the cash.
That'd be great.
Can I cash this, and can you give it to me in all pennies, please?
Can I have an all dimes?
They're like, that's the only way I can give it to you.
Can I get this in all dimes?
I just thought that was really funny.
It is funny.
So I was like, oh, it's a check. Maybe it's, they overpaid by $100.
But if we don't cash it, there's going to be an accountant that commits suicide.
Do we have to turn that over to the car dealership?
No.
Okay. That would be.
I mean, we can call Bruce and say, hey, Bruce, you want 4 cents?
You could give it, hold the 4 cent check. And the next time we're in Atlanta and some street person comes up to you and has a nice conversation with you and you want to give them some money, just give them the 4 cent check.
I gave that dude every cent I had in my pocket.
All 4 of them.
4 cents. But that's besides the point. He provided a valuable service.
Okay. Comment on this. This is actually a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in Atlanta. My sister had just had a baby. She was in the car taking care of her son. Yeah. And we were waiting on the street. And this homeless man came up to us and was talking to us all about, visiting Atlanta, pegged us right away as not being from Atlanta. Gave what Kevin thought was really good,
solid advice,
suggestions on what we should do, where we should go, what we should see.
One of his suggestions, we went to CNN building.
Right. Kevin had this lovely conversation. And then the guy was like, hey, I'm down on my luck. Whatever you have that you can spare, I would, be grateful. And so Kevin's like, oh, sure, buddy. He reaches into his pocket. He had 4 cents.
That's all I had.
And so he gave him the 4 cents. And then when he came in, he told me, I was like, giving them 4 cents is, to me, almost an insult.
It's not like
I would have rather had the person say, no, man, I don't have any money, than give me 4 pennies.
I honestly, I even told him, I said, look, man, I'm sorry, but this is all I got is this 4 cents. I don't have any cash. And I didn't have any cash. If I had a couple bucks, I'd have given it to him. He provided a valuable service, and I gave him all I had, which was unfortunately 4 cents. And I made sure he understood if I had the money, I'd get it to you. But
It was
and the guy was cool
it
about
was
it.
an unfortunate moment.
Yeah. But I mean, goddamn, who carries cash anymore?
Nobody. That's why I don't know how these people make enough money. Like,
They don't. It's different being homeless now than I'm sure it was even
For
10 years ago
for
because of
some
that.
of you in California,
And in
like
10
Venice
years,
Beach or whatever in California is
Those
being
people
like,
are not even panhandling anymore. They're just existing. That's it. They're just existing. It's horrible, but
it's horrible.
you can't panhandle anymore because no one carries cash. In 10 years from now, when everybody's on crypto, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah. My crypto, my $50 investment is now worth $20. We think we've lost like $30.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It'll pick back up.
It will.
If not, then whatever.
No,
It's
you
not
know,
a
that's
huge
why I'm
problem.
not putting a ton of money into it. It's just kind of fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch yourself losing money every day.
Yeah. Well, you know, you get the chance to say, I wiped my ass with $50. You know.
Yeah. So, all right, so back to the vaccine reward. Here's my reward for getting my vaccine. I know I'm not going to give COVID to anyone in my family or anyone that I love. And I know I'm not hopefully going to contract COVID. Although I will say I had a lot of blood work done last week because of my liver stuff, which all turned out to be fine, except I apparently had mononucleosis at some point in the not so distant past.
See, and I even had a theory about that. We'd have to go all the way back to the first recording.
Take one.
But while she was talking about it, I was like, you know what? Because she didn't have any visible signs of mono. Mono puts you down. It'll put you down.
From what I hear, I've never
And I'm thinking
experienced
about it.
it.
It's like, wait a minute. If you had mono, there's no way I didn't have mono. Because there isn't a day goes by my mouth isn't on this woman in several different places. So it's like,
Kevin.
Just saying.
Oh my God.
If she's got mono, I got mono. That's all I'm saying. And so, what if? And I'm just spitballing here, and I don't know if there's been any.
This is why we don't go live anymore.
Okay, but I'm just spitballing here. So, what if you get the vaccine, and there's some common markers in the vaccine that make it look like you had mono? And, you know, I'm not saying that it caused your problems with the test or whatever, but I'm just saying, what if that's what they're seeing? Like there's some markers in the vaccine.
Think they would know that.
But how? They really haven't had a whole lot of time. I can't be the
first person that's been tested for mono in the last year.
No, probably. Well, you don't know because it's not like, well, the thing is, hospital visits for non-COVID, they're avoiding doing all that stuff. So, you know, normal testing is, everything's different now. So something like that could be something that they haven't really looked at, or maybe they're just starting to see it and it hasn't been talked about on the news. But we're just throwing it out there. If anyone knows, if you folks in the medical thing, run it by Jennifer, see what she says. But is it possible that there are things in the vaccine that would cause a false positive for something else, like a false positive for mono? You know, like you just have. I
didn't test positive for mono. My antibodies for mono, they were not. That was fine. It was the antigens, which I fought it recently.
Yeah.
I think I just have a kick-ass immune system that kicked mono's ass, and I never felt any. I never felt the mono because my immune system kicked it so well. Mm-hmm. Or I felt it and I just put it off onto the billion other things that could have been wreaking havoc on me.
Yeah, but still, mono is no joke. It'll put you down.
And I know. For some people, I have mono for a very long time, and they're really ill with it.
My immune system isn't that great. So if you've got it, and then I either didn't get it, or I got it and it wasn't bad enough for me to feel it, which it would have put me down. It would have put me down hard.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that's why I'm thinking that maybe something different.
It wasn't so recent then. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, that was weird.
It was weird.
It was weird. Maybe I'll Google search false positives for mono.
Yeah. And, I'm just saying that maybe that's something they might want to look at in the vaccine people. And, I've gotten the vaccine. I encourage people, go get it. It seems to be harmless.
Apparently makes you fight off mom.
Maybe.
So anyway, thank you all for watching this last installment for the month of May.
Yes.
It is Memorial Day weekend, so we can't let that go by without thanking all of our servicemen and women, especially those who have died in the line of duty.
And their families and having to work with that type of sacrifice.
Yep.
So we really appreciate it.
We are very lucky in this country, although sometimes it doesn't feel like it to some people, but we have way more gifts than we realize. And thank you to those that stood and fought for it.
Thank you very much.
Also, can't let the weekend go by without setting our thoughts out to the people who lost loved ones or experienced the mass shooting at the Municipal Center in Virginia Beach 2 years ago this weekend. Can't even imagine what you all have gone through the last 2 years, but we are VB strong. And our hearts are with you guys.
Absolutely.
So we want to say that too before we sign off here today. And next time, I don't know, we might be on a whole new platform. Who knows?
Yeah. But let us know. Definitely leave comments for us. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what you want to hear. If there's questions you have, concerns, let us know. Comment on YouTube or our Facebook pages or whatever. Just let us know.
Kevin really wants to know.
I do.
So let him know. What should our next top 5 be? Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Have a great one.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay.